Hey guys, it's me, Sydney, back again to give you another art lesson. Today, I'm going to teach you a little bit about drawing in perspective. For today's lesson, you are going to need some paper, a pencil, a ruler, and of course, last but not least, your artist beret. And yes, this hat is 1000% necessary for this process. I mean, you don't want to look like a doofus drawn without an artist hat. I mean, come on, guys. Okay, without any further ado, let's get drawing. There are two different types of perspective, 1-point and 2-point perspective. I'm going to teach you how to draw in 1-point perspective today. So, to draw in 1-point perspective, we're going to start out with something really simple. So just put a dot anywhere you want on your page. I chose about the middle, anywhere you want. Now, draw a shape. I am going to start with a cube. So you take your ruler so you get nice straight lines, and you draw a cube. Alright, so now, to your dot, and pick a corner of your cube. I'm going to go for this one. And line up your ruler so that they connect. And draw a line from the corner of the square that you chose and your dot on the page. And that dot is called your vanishing point, and you'll see why in a second. So you're going to do this for all of the corners that the dot can see. So I'm going to go down here. Okay, so that'll do it for this cube, because if I connect this corner of the cube to the dot, it'll have to go through the cube. And you don't draw anything that goes through your cube. So this one too, see how it would go, the line would go through the cube? We don't want that. So there you have it. You can do this for all sorts of shapes. I'll do a triangle over here. And it doesn't matter how they face. So same thing with the cube, just connect the corners of the triangle to the dot. And we're not going to do this one because it would go through the shape. Okay, we can also do a cube in perspective. You just draw another square. And you draw your lines just like before, connecting the corners with the dot. Ooh, and we're not going to go through the triangle that's already there, so. Okay, so and if we want to make this a cube, we just go up however thick you want your cube. See, you start from the top line of your cube, and you push your ruler up so that it creates a parallel line to that line, and you draw another line. And then you go to the corner of that line and draw another line down to the bottom of the cube. And then you can erase the lines going to your dot. And then that makes a floating cube on your paper in perspective. Make a couple more shapes, a little more. I'm gonna go another triangle. And you can have shapes that go behind your shapes. So I'm making a triangle here that went behind the square. And I'm going to connect it back to the vanishing point. And then when you've got all the shapes that you want, you can color them if you want. But if you do color your shapes, it's gonna look even cooler if you make the part going toward the vanishing point darker than the shape itself. So I'll see what I mean here. So you color dark toward the bottom of the shape. And then when you get to the square that you drew, you can do it light. See, so there, that creates the effect that the light is hitting the square straight on and then it's darker down below. So you can color these, you can even shade them with your pencil in the same way. So like this one would be dark down here. And then it's dark and it's lighter and it's lighter and lighter until you get to the very top. So there, that's how you can shade it with your pencil. Go ahead and color your shapes however you want. I'm gonna color the rest of these and we'll be right back. Oh, and something on your freestanding cubes, like this one, you probably want one side to be darker than the other, just to create more of an illusion of shading and depth. Oh, my pencil broke. There we go. Alright, so now these shapes already look pretty cool, but something you can do to make it look even cooler is give it some kind of a background. Stripes look good either way, horizontal or vertical. I am going to do like a bullseye effect around the work. So I'm gonna pencil in circles going around my vanishing point first. And now we can take a Sharpie and go over them. And you can also go over your shapes in Sharpie if you would like to, just to help them stand out more. Okay guys, there we have it. My lines are definitely not perfect or completely straight, but I encourage you to take as much time on this as you want, make it look super nice. I was just kind of trying to do it quick. Now that we've got the basics of perspective down, we can do some pretty cool stuff with it. This technique can be used to create roads or hallways, all sorts of things. If we wanted to make a hallway, we would start again with our vanishing point in the middle of the paper, and then draw a little box around the vanishing point with your ruler. And then, from each corner of our little box that we drew, we can draw a line from it to the corner of our paper. Alright, now you can kind of see how it's a hallway. And again, we can put whatever we want in this hallway. We can do a checkered floor by drawing some lines from the vanishing point down the hallway. Oh, don't draw on into the vanishing point. And then you draw horizontal lines down your floor, getting smaller and smaller as you get towards the vanishing point. See how my tiles are really small down here, and then they're going to get bigger and bigger. And there we go. And then we can make them checkered by quickly shading in every other one. And again, we can put whatever we want in our hallway. We can put a window on the wall. Just make sure your lines converge to the vanishing point. So there's a nice big window or picture on the wall. You can do another one down here the same way. And you can erase your vanishing point when you're all done, putting in everything you want. And there's how you draw a hallway or a room in 1-point perspective. So there you have it, guys. Now you know how to draw in 1-point perspective. 1-point perspective is useful for drawing all sorts of things, from cool shapes to even a hallway or a room. So I hope you had fun drawing along with me today and will put your 1-point perspective skills to good use. Bye guys!